In 2004, Ford made the dramatic choice to exit Formula One, handing over its struggling Jaguar Racing team to Red Bull Racing for the symbolic sum of just $1. What began as a venture full of promise soon unraveled due to flawed management decisions and a lack of clear direction, leaving Ford's F1 ambitions shattered. That quick sale might have cut Ford's losses, but it also left a lingering legacy, a cautionary tale of what can happen when ambition lacks cohesive vision. Now, with Ford preparing to re-enter the F1 arena alongside Red Bull in 2026, fans and analysts are abuzz, wondering if the automotive titan has genuinely absorbed the hard lessons from its Jaguar days. Can Ford now deliver the resources and commitment needed to drive Red Bull's pursuit of dominance, or will the partnership be shadowed by the ghosts of Jaguar past that may yet come back to haunt? After 5 underwhelming seasons yielding only 2 podium finishes, Jaguar left Formula One with a reputation for being one of the sport's most infamous flops. The team, based in Britain, narrowly avoided the title of F1's biggest spender, a distinction that ultimately went to Toyota, thanks to parent company Ford scaling back a once generous budget that had been quickly wasted. Ford's lack of understanding of F1's unique demands was a critical flaw in Jaguar's program, compounded by a revolving door of leadership that made the team resemble a job agency more than a well-oiled F1 operation. Jaguar Racing's formed in 1999 after Ford acquired Stewart Grand Prix. Jaguar Racing came with high hopes and a brand name that was steeped in automotive history and prestige. Ford envisioned Jaguar as a British powerhouse that could compete with the best in F1, capitalizing on Jaguar's reputation and fan base. Yet, despite the backing of a corporate giant, the team struggled almost from the start. Ford's executives often interfered with key decisions, despite having limited knowledge of F1's intricacies. This led to resource mismanagement, with funds directed more toward marketing the Jaguar brand than into the technical development needed to stay competitive. The company was also notorious for setting unrealistic expectations, pressuring the team to deliver podiums and wins before it was operationally or technically prepared. This short-term mindset left Jaguar unable to focus on the gradual improvements that successful F1 teams build over time. Jaguar Racing went through 4 team principals and numerous internal shakeups, creating an unstable environment that stifled progress. With little consistency in direction and strategy, the team struggled to deliver results and finished with only 2 podiums. Eventually, the mounting costs and lack of success became too much for Ford, and in 2004 it sold the team to Red Bull Racing, ending Jaguar's F1 dream. Technical development was another point of contention. The Jaguar cars faced reliability issues and performance shortfalls, largely due to inconsistent investment in R&D and a lack of synergy with Cosworth, their engine supplier also owned by Ford at the time. As a result, the team's technical progress lagged behind its rivals. During Lauda's tenure at Jaguar, he introduced Parry Jones to Dietrich Mateschitz, then a relatively unknown figure outside Europe. Lauda explained that Mateschitz, Red Bull's founder, was eyeing expansion into the US market and was very interested in either making a significant sponsorship commitment to Jaguar or even investing in a substantial stake. Ford, however, rejected the offer outright. Completely crazy. These people would rather shut down the team than have an energy drink logo on their car, Ford remarked. That summed up Ford's approach to F1. After a disappointing season with just 5 points finishes and a best result of 6th place from 36 starts, Ford sold Jaguar Racing to Mateschitz for a token amount. Just 6 years later, the rebranded Red Bull Racing, based at the same Milton Keynes facility, won its first of 4 consecutive drivers and constructors championships. Adrian Newey joined in 2006, and notably, the same team principal, technical director, chief engineering officer, and sporting director remain in their roles today, a testament to the stability that comes without interference from a distant, uninformed corporate headquarters 4,000 miles away. In stark contrast to Ford's approach with Jaguar, Red Bull Racing has been the embodiment of long-term vision and performance-oriented strategy. Red Bull Racing entered F1 with a clear understanding of the demands and dynamics of the sport. Over the years, Red Bull's unwavering commitment to performance, innovation, and a unified team culture turned them into one of the most successful teams in the sport. Ford's decision to partner with Red Bull in 2026 underlines an interesting juxtaposition. Red Bull's racing philosophy couldn't be more different from Ford's past failures with Jaguar. Where Jaguar Racing was mired in boardroom politics and corporate indecision, Red Bull is known for its agile, competition-focused approach. But now, with Ford set to supply Red Bull's engines starting in 2026, will the American giant's old corporate tendencies clash with Red Bull's performance-driven ethos? For Ford's return to F1 to succeed, it's essential that the company takes a page from Red Bull's playbook, acknowledging the lessons of Jaguar's downfall. Firstly, Ford must realize that Formula One is a long-term investment. In the past, Ford's Jaguar project struggled because the company expected immediate results, a mindset that's incompatible with the nature of F1. Building a successful team requires years of development, experimentation, and the flexibility to evolve, and these are areas where Red Bull excels. Secondly, Ford must resist the temptation to impose a corporate hierarchy on Red Bull's streamlined operations. When Ford managed Jaguar Racing, the team suffered from excessive oversight, with executives who had little understanding of F1 constantly interfering. To succeed this time, Ford needs to adopt a hands-off approach, allowing Red Bull to retain its autonomy while Ford provides the technical resources to fuel their ambitions. Red Bull's success stems from its independence and focused leadership. One of the promises of this new partnership is Ford's commitment to providing advanced hybrid technology for Red Bull's 2026 engine. With new F1 regulations pushing for sustainable fuels and an increased emphasis on electrification, Ford's expertise in hybrid technology could be an asset. However, Ford must ensure that this technology complements Red Bull's existing strengths rather than slowing them down. Hybrid technology is an area where Red Bull will require cutting-edge performance, and Ford's past stumbles with engine reliability during the Jaguar years have raised valid concerns. Ford's potential for success depends on how seamlessly they can integrate their expertise with Red Bull's needs. Will Ford's hybrid powertrains deliver the reliability and performance required, or will they fall short like the Jaguar engines of the past? History shows that Ford's record with engines hasn't always been consistent, and a repeat of Jaguar's reliability woes would spell disaster for Red Bull's title aspirations. Trust is essential here. Red Bull Racing needs to believe that Ford's commitment to this partnership goes beyond corporate branding or a superficial F1 re-entry. One factor that could work in Ford's favor this time around is the maturity and evolution of F1 as a business. Modern F1 teams are structured very differently from the early 2000s, with a more pronounced focus on sustainable growth, technology, and long-term planning. Ford's interest in the sport aligns with the recent shift toward hybrid technology and environmental awareness, potentially creating a shared purpose with Red Bull. Additionally, Ford's current leadership seems more attuned to the nuances of F1 than it was in the Jaguar years. Ford's return to F1 via Red Bull Racing has all the makings of a success story, or a repeat of Jaguar's missteps. The 2026 season could be a defining moment for Ford's motorsport legacy, presenting an opportunity to right the wrongs of the past and prove that they've learned from their mistakes. For Red Bull, Ford's involvement is a double-edged sword. It brings the resources and expertise of a major automaker, but it also introduces the risk of corporate interference. The coming years will reveal whether Ford is truly ready to embrace the unique demands of Formula One, stepping back when necessary and allowing Red Bull's winning culture to thrive. If Ford can strike this balance, the partnership could become a case study in how two radically different entities can work together to achieve greatness. But if history repeats itself, Ford may find itself haunted by the same Jaguar ghost it thought it had left behind decades ago. Do you think Ford's history with Jaguar Racing could come back to haunt them in 2026? Or has the automotive giant finally learned how to make it work with Red Bull's winning formula? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.